What's going on, everybody? It's Jay the Blacker. Another video. Salute to everybody that is tuning in. I appreciate it. I want to talk about Ayesha Curry. I've talked about her before, of course, but I would never, make this video if I didn't feel like it had intrigue to it, Now, this could be a bunch of nothing, but still, I wanted to make the video because I find it to be very interesting and very hilarious how people are trying to spin this. I came across an article from Media Takeout. Now, I know you're going to say Media Takeout, Jane, but it had a very interesting article, and it basically talked about how Ayesha Curry attended the BET Awards without Steph and without her wedding ring. And they had pictures and a close-up of her ring finger, and she had a different ring on it, all right? And they also showed a picture from last year that actually showed her wedding ring. Now, she was at the BET Awards. She had on a short dress showing off the legs and showing off the surgically enhanced chest. And basically, and I saw a comment, it was saying that, maybe she was showing, the guys that were there that she's available. Steph, I believe, is in Asia right now, or touring. They have a lot of athletes that go over to China from these other places after the season is over. But I just find I believe she was presenting an award. She was on stage with Neo, and I believe she was presenting an award. But I just find it very interesting that she would go to the award show and not wear her wedding ring. I mean, is this normal? I mean, to the married women who are listening to this video, you can comment in the comment section. If you don't want to do that, you can send me an email. My email is in the description. But I want to know, is it normal? If, let's say, your weight is fluctuating, because that's the excuses I've heard, or maybe you just wanted a different look, that you would literally take off your wedding band, because trust me, if men did this, we'd be vilified, and put on another ring in that place. Is that something that you've done that you would do? Just let me know, because I don't think that's normal behavior. Now, maybe some people do it differently, but it's very interesting how I believe she's there to present an award, but Steph didn't go with her. Steph went to Asia. Steph couldn't wait to get away from her. He had already been playing an 82-game season, on the road half of the time, include the playoffs, and he couldn't wait once the season was over to go to Asia. Now, I know it's part of scheduling, but she didn't even go with him. She, her wanting to spend more time with him, he decides, man, I'm out. So she's going to the award show alone, and she's basically showing men that she's available, because you're not going to be apprehensive as a man to talk to a woman, even if she's married, if she doesn't have her wedding ring, because if she doesn't have her wedding ring, you're going to be like, oh, okay, she's available. And I want to know, do women do that too as well? Y'all let me know too. Do women, because I think I know the answer, take off their wedding ring in order to get attention from men? Because this is what this seems like to me. This seems like a play for attention. Because you are a married woman. You want your marriage to work. But you're going around at an award show without your wedding ring. It's almost as if she wants to get people's attention. She got my attention, that's why I'm making this video. But I just find it interesting how Ayesha Curry, a woman who's been married, has children with Steph, will decide to go on a blue carpet, because I believe they have a blue carpet, and basically as a tribute to Nipsey Hussle, and you would go without your wedding ring. And also, she had a different look to her. I'm not just saying the makeup, she just felt different. Her hair was different. She just had a different vibe, man. I mean, I don't know. It just felt to me like she was it's almost like she reminds me of that girl that gets dressed up looking for sexual attention. not non-sexual attention, sexual attention. Like she's trying to get lucky that night. And I believe, and I believe this, I really do, because I've been thinking about this for a while. I think she has a high sex drive. Just think about it. You know, Steph, you know, I mean, he may have a high sex drive too, but when they're around each other, you know, Steph is like almost in his own, you know, universe, so to speak. She's definitely into him. They have 3 kids together, you know, and they've been, you know, and she's had them very close in time of each other. And I truly believe that Steph is not as attracted to her as he once was, but I still think she's into him, and I think she has a very high sex drive. I truly believe that. I think her drive is very high, and that will make her want to say the things that she said about not getting attention from other men. And you gotta look at it this way: she's basically only been with Steph, and when you have a woman who's still fairly attractive to a lot of guys, and you know, there's gonna come a time where she's just not gonna want to be with that same guy anymore. She's gonna want to explore and do other things, you know. But I find it interesting how you got people who are trying to make excuses for why she didn't wear her wedding ring. Listen, no married man, okay, would get a pass for walking down a red carpet, a blue carpet, or green carpet, especially if he's a celebrity and he didn't have his wedding ring. You know, people will be blasting him, but people are giving this a pass because, you know, they think that Ayesha Curry is this, you know, wife and mother, and she's just a great person, but she lit this fuse. Not only is she there by herself, again, you know, Steph is an age, I understand that, but she's presenting an award, which means that she's known she's going to present an award for a while. But Steph, you know, it was interesting because I believe they were at the award show together last year. If I'm mistaken, y'all can let me know in the comments. But they were at the award show together before, and that's fine. You're there to present, but why aren't you wearing your wedding ring? You know, why are people giving this a pass? You know, whether you think that it's harmless, whether you think that, you know, she just decided to switch up her look, but still, once you put that wedding band on, it's until you divorce. But let me tell y'all something, man. When she made those comments and Steph responded by supporting her, but then there was another video released where they were out and about with each other, and she was trying to get Steph attention. He wasn't giving her any attention, and she said that he hated her. I just think that there's a trickle-down effect from this. And I think that where there's smoke, there's fire. Whether people want to believe that or not, I think it's true. You know, women rarely let you know how they're feeling. She let the world know how she truly feels. And I think there's a part of her who never was able to go through a dating phase, was never able to go through being single phase. She wants to go through that phase. I don't care what anybody says. She wants to go through that phase. That's in the back of her mind. She feels like she's missing out. And with the fact that Steph may not be showing her the same amount of attention, but she has to understand, you married an NBA player. You know, he's not going to be all over you like that, you know? Especially a guy like Steph. Steph lives, eats, and breathes basketball, man. This is why he's already in Asia right after the season is over. You know, I know he's probably fulfilling, you know, obligations with sponsors or whatever, but, you know, something is going on. The fact that you're not wearing your wedding ring in public. Now, I could see if you was, you know, going to the store real quick and you either took it off and forgot to put it back on, or, you know, maybe you were doing some physical activity, or you were getting the ring clean, which could be what it is. You know, it's going to be all these excuses. But again, you knew you were going to be at this award show. You knew you were going to be at this award show. Okay? You knew you were going to be in public, and you still went without the ring anyway. Now I want y'all to understand, I could be totally wrong. A post, she could make a post or news could come out that maybe she was getting the ring clean, or it wasn't any big deal. But come on, man, you were already scheduled to do this, unless it was last minute, which I doubt. You knew you were going to be in public. If you were getting anything done with your ring, you could have done it way before then. But I just, you being there by yourself, you're still representing that marriage. Steph being in Asia, I just feel like even though she's by herself, she still represents that marriage. When he's by himself, he represents that marriage. He would not get a pass for going to no award show without his wedding ring. I'm sorry. Because the one thing we as men look at is, you look at the physical more than, us knowing your situation. You know what I'm saying? Because let's say one of these, rappers, they see you without that wedding ring, they're going to be trying to get at you. And maybe she knows that. Maybe she wants to feel good again. Maybe she wants, for the first time in a long time, she wants to feel single again. Even though she's still married to Steph, just for tonight, she wants to feel like a single woman. She wants to know how that feels without having that wedding ring on. Maybe she's starting to feel like it's a burden. Maybe that ring is a lot heavier than she could have imagined, And that weighs on a lot of women who marry at young ages. Let me tell you this though. There are women who marry at young ages who eventually come across men they really want to be with. And they're willing to throw away their marriage in order to be with that guy, in order to get that attention, to be pursued, to go on dates, to be, because society tells us, or tells women, that you should want to be promiscuous. There's nothing wrong with that. Promiscuity is promoted in music as far as the women is concerned. You got a lot of these female rappers who promote that. That's why they get promoted. And what's funny is that these same women will be in long-term relationships, marriages, they got whole families, but they're telling you it's okay to be promiscuous. That's the society that we're in.